Victor at the Red Panda Bike Shop was recently talking to me about trimming, and I had to say to him, what are you talking about trimming? I thought he had taken up a sideline as a barber, and well, we all know that there's not an awful lot of trimming that he needs to do to me. But he wasn't. He was talking about the gears on my bike, and I have to admit that I hadn't got a clue what trimming meant when it came to trimming a road bike. You may well know, but if you don't know, then stick around because I'll let Victor explain exactly what trimming is.
So, little known feature. People always think that there's only two positions for the front derailleur, putting it on either the big ring or putting it on the small ring. But there's actually four positions, right? Two of the extra positions are called the trim, right? So the point of the trim is so that in the event that you start cross-chaining, it'll move the derailleur just a little bit to get rid of a lot of that rubbing noise that occurs, right? So I'll show it to you on the big ring first. So we're going to, the front derailleur is all the way up on the big ring, and on the cassette we're on the big ring as well, right? We're on the biggest sprocket on the back. So as you're pedaling, a little bit of rubbing, and you can even see that the chain is touching, right?
Yeah, you can definitely hear it.
Yeah, and you can see it too. It's just like I can't even move the chain. It's rubbing, right? Point, right? I can't even move the chain because it's completely touching the inside edge of the front derailleur cage. So if you push the lever that moves the cage, you would think to the small ring, but just very lightly. Right? And now you come back to the chain ring. Notice that it looks like the front derailleur hasn't really moved, but the amount of rub is not the same. Right? It's less. Right? And you can. So go ahead and push it all the way. You can try if you want.
Oh, pushing.
Yep, towards the big ring.
And then it's
And just a little bit. So.
Ha!
It's just a.
So it's actually a very defined click.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be. Yeah, because I was thinking it was going to be something that would be really tricky when you're pedaling and you're on sort of a slightly rough track, but you'd easily get that.
Once you have to get used to it, otherwise you push the lever all the way and it'll bring you back to the small ring, right? So it's just did you manage to see?
And I can actually see that. I don't know if this is going to. There's a tiny gap.
There's a tiny gap here, so we're talking maybe 1 millimeter.
Amazing,
right? Now the opposite is true the other way. So we're going to bring it to the small ring now. So the other way of cross chaining is when you have the chain on the small ring up front and the small sprocket in the back, right?
Right.
So I'm going to do that right now. Right, and it makes that noise, right? You can hear, right? This one is a little bit more trickier to get. I don't know if you want to maybe move over here. A little more trickier to get. But I'm going to do the exact same thing. And now there's a little bit of a gap between the chain and the outside of the front derailleur. Yeah. Right? So it's the opposite, right? So it's supposed to decrease the amount of rub on the derailleur, on the front derailleur, when you're cross-chaining. I don't recommend cross-chaining at any time.
No.
But in the event that you do, like a race situation, right? Anything goes. Then that should help you a little bit.
Amazing.
Right, so.
Amazing.
Little known feature.
I was today years old when I learned that.
Little known, and you can probably see it move. I'm going to bring it back all the way to the small ring. You'll see it. See that?
Yeah.
It just moved by a couple of millimeters, and now it's just completely on a rub. All right.
And move it back out. See if I can get it focused. Yeah.
Still rubs, but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Not as bad. All right.
Incredible. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, please remember, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and while you're doing that, check out and follow the Red Panda Bike Shop's Instagram as well. And I'll see you on the next ride.